the public has a lot of expectations from corporations. They expect corporations to behave like good citizens. They must pay their taxes in time, as well as not cheat in the payment of taxes. They must follow each and every norm that has been set for them to follow. They should also be committed to take positive steps for environmental conservation, protection, etc. They must make use of energy saving devices, alternate natural energy usage. The resources should be kept safely, and they should maintain good standards. That is, every norm for high quality must be maintained by the corporation. And apart from that, that behavior of the employees of the management must also depict that they have good standards. The products that they produce or use must be safe products, so that the harm to the society is minimal. If the organization is involved in import and export, they must bear in mind that they do not mar the country's name. They have to uphold the country's reputation, and for this they must see that they maintain the quality. They import stuff which is good, and what they export must be of high standards. They must stick to the delivery schedule, because all this is going to reflect on the country. Further, the expectations from corporations are to set ancillaries for the disadvantaged groups. That is, they must make special efforts to give employment to the disadvantaged, take care of creating jobs for them, specific type of jobs which can be handled by them, and see that they are attained. Apart from that, they should also buy material or stocks from the disadvantaged group, and if they are purchasing them from them, then they should give them the proper payment. And on the other hand, if they are selling them products, they should give them a discount, certain privileges, certain benefits. Similarly, distribution of their own products should be of great help to them, and preferably free. And services should also be given to them easily and with full support. For implementing CSR, there are certain models that followed are being followed. One of them is the ethical model that is based on Gandhian philosophy. Under this model, the corporates are expected to take care of public welfare. Whatever they do for the public should be voluntarily, and their prime focus should be welfare of the society. The other model, which is the statist model, is the Nehruvian model, where Nehru's views were encompassed in these models. It has a socialistic trend with mixed economy. That is, the state should own these organizations, and all legal requirements should be followed by them. And an example of this is P- PSUs, public state undertakings, where the ownership is by the government. The third model is of Friedman, which is of a liberal modern, where free market is encouraged, and the focus is on economic growth for all shareholders. The next model is by Freeman, where each and every stockholder must be taken care of, and the corporate must take into account ethical and environmental issues. That is, they must practice ethical behavior and must be proactive environment friendly practices. A CSR is of an organization is evaluated on the criteria of sustainability. That is, how do they sustain and protect the environment, take care of natural resources, not deplete them, not add pollutants. Also, they take into account eco-friendly practices, that is, use green energy, solar energy, that is, and take care of every step in taking the care of the environment in each and every aspect. The next point that they are evaluated on is accountability. They are accountable to the public at large, whoever it is, from the highest post to the lowest. An organization is accountable to the public because it is by the public and for the public. Further, there must be complete transparency uh, in the company's CSR policies, so that uh, the public or anyone who wishes to see knows what is going on, what is being done, how much is spent, what are the results gained, what impacts have been achieved, etc. There are certain hindrances in CSR implementation which need to be kept in mind. One needs to remove prejudices that the public has against CSR. They think they are doing it for their own benefit. To create wealth, they have used a form which on the face looks like they are helping the society, but in a hidden form, they are creating wealth for them, raising their economic gatherings, and this is all at their cost, that is, at the public expense. Further, there is a lack of awareness about CSR. People or public are not aware of what CSR activities an organization is undergoing, and thus they may fail to take help also. uh, Apart from this, there is a lack of conviction also that what the CSR intends is actually going to be achieved. Further, there is rarely an impact analysis, and this deficiency affects the further. There is a lack of impact analysis, that is, what effect the CSR activities have had on public, and this does not give much credential to the CSR activities of a organization. So the corporates have to take care that the impact is also studied. There is also a lack of clarity in the CSR and financial performance relatedness. That is, does the CSR activity also improve the financial performance of the organization, or it hinders because a lot of money is being used for CSR, and these doubts creep in, uh, creating obstacles in the successful implementation of CSR. Further, a major problem that arises in the implementation of CSR is that we do not have sufficient managers or advisors who are well equipped with CSR trainings so that they can discharge these functions ably. It needs to be noted that there is a symbiosis between public and corporates. The citizens give corporates special rights, privileges, protections, because the corporates use the natural resources only after there is no objection to the project by the public can the project be implemented, etc. So the corporates are regarded by the public as custodians of public welfare. It is their responsibility, their duty to take care of public welfare. And it is not only those who are immediately affected, but public as a whole, because directly or indirectly, people who may not be near the organization might also be affected. So a far encompassing welfare must be taken care of by the organizations. They must also realize that their existence is for public welfare. A company or organization is set up because they are aware that their product will be used by the public. So if they are existing for the public, they need to take care of the public also, uh, and see that there is no harm done to the public, or if at all there is some adverse effect, it is minimal and not dangerous. So for this reason, they are accountable to the public. Accountability is a very important aspect in every aspect of CSR. So the CSRs need to be socially responsible. They have a responsibility to the society, which means they have to act like good corporate citizens, follow each and every norm properly. Social responsibility of corporates find room in the values, beliefs, practices that they have. Then only can their CSR activities be effective. To have a competitive edge, to improve their financial performances, the managers need to be socially responsible. And a new terminology that has been come into fore is social entrepreneur. That is, these are entrepreneurs or corporates who do good business and who work with the goal of making a change for the better in society. Their focus is not primarily on financial gains, that is, economic returns, broadening the wealth bottom of the organization. Rather, their interest is primary in social betterment, the welfare of the public at large. So these managers are expected to demand high standards in every aspect of the production, from their employees, and even from anyone who is related to their organization, so that the consumer, the public, the client has full faith in their activities. Again, accountability comes up as another factor. The public should be able to perceive that they accept that they are socially responsible, and they discharge their duties with full care in these CSR activities, as well as the processes and practices that occur within the organization. In fact, we could summarize by saying that business is identical with the welfare of the public, the betterment of the society. Social responsibility of corporates encompass economic aspects, that is profit making, legal aspects, abiding by the laws, norms, regulations set for these organizations, ethical practices, ethical behavior by the employees, and whatever is done keeping ethical in mind. Ethical decision making, it has a very important role to play if a corporate wants to discharge their social responsibility well. Then the society also expects from these organizations to practice environment sustainability. That is, we can in a nutshell say that organizations are involved in profit making, they do things legally, and they are also ethical. So all this would make a company socially responsible.